Heard today that Scottish podcaster Craig Houston has been arrested and charged with an online communications offence. Apparently it's in relation to a Glasgow councillor, Dr.Soryia, I think it is, of Glasgow Southside Central, and it's in relation to her comments when she was, I don't know if when she was elected or prior to being elected, when she found politics in her area pale, male and stale. Well, it seems that you can make racist comments if you're of a certain demographic and the police aren't interested, but seemingly when you comment upon it online, they are. Now, I believe from all that I've seen on YouTube and read in the Daily Record that she was abused for those comments when they were highlighted. So now, if you highlight comments that someone else has said, you can be arrested. Welcome to Scotland 2025. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of the case, so maybe there's more to it. But having watched Craig Houston's podcast for quite some time, he's very careful. He's careful of the legalities of what he says, and I find it strange if he's actually guilty of anything other than highlighting racist comments. I don't know Craig Houston personally. We have made contact on Twitter. I tried recruiting him for the Alliance for Democracy and Freedom because, as many of you know, I left the Social Democratic Party, whom he's leader of in Scotland, under a bit of an undemocratic cloud. I was kicked out, basically, unceremoniously, undemocratically, because I'd been a member of the National Liberals at one point, and the SDP, after 4 years of my membership, suddenly decided that that organisation was going to be on their banned list, and I had to leave practically the next day. Didn't find it very democratic, which is ironic with a Social Democratic Party. But there you go. So I made contact with Craig, and he advised that he was going to the SDP. Don't blame him for that. Decent party, if, as I found, slightly ingenuous with the democratic section of their name. So yeah, I think it's shocking that in 2025 things seem to be getting worse and worse with the police, particularly with the Scottish police. If you make any comments online, even just reiterating someone else's words, you're liable for prosecution, or so it seems. So like you, we'll sit back and we'll watch out and see what happens. If, as it appears, that's all that's happened, I wish Craig very well, and let's hope, and I'm pretty sure he's got the kahunas to go not guilty and win that case, because still, when you're put in front of a jury or a set of your peers, common sense does prevail. And I think to any sane person, you can see that a podcast hasn't incited abuse. The councillor, not saying abuse is right, but seems to have brought a lot of it on herself by making racist remarks that I'm sure most juries would find abhorrent, particularly for someone taking office in the United Kingdom. But I think a jury of peers would also find that a podcaster just mentioning those comments is not inciting hatred or not inciting abuse. It's just simply stating facts. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll just speak to you soon.